Good evening, Mr. Hual.
Good evening, Bante. It's good to hear your voice.
Yo, same here. So, good evening, Miss Rita.
My mother's not quite here yet. She's coming in from downstairs in her apartment.
Right.
I don't know what's going on, but I got into her apartment before she did. So, I wanted to get things started. So when my mom got here, we I would be ready to help you and help the sangha and help my mother.
Thank you so much.
Of course, Bante, anytime.
Mr. Mehdi, if you want, you can come forward. Right. Okay, everyone, please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone. So, on this Friday too, we are here on this beautiful evening to practice this noble non-sectarian pure Dhamma practice. Before we start, let me do the same wish that I do every day, every Friday. So may this session also help you to develop in your practice, Dhamma practice, so a little bit further. And may you be able to move forward in your Dhamma path, right? So at least one step ahead, right? With those thoughts, so we are going to start. So today's session, can you give her one of those fine over there, right? Right. With that thought, so we are going to begin today's session. So, dear Dhamma friends, now we are now the old students, they are practicing the third step of Vipassana meditation, and then the new students will be so instructed to practice the breathing meditation, right? First step of breathing meditation. So let me describe both the techniques. First, so when it comes to breathing meditation, what you need to do is, so please pay your entire attention to the breath, incoming breath and outgoing breath. So when the breath is coming, please be fully aware that it is coming in. And when the breath is going out, please be aware that the breath is going out. If the breath is long, be aware that right now, the breath that I'm experiencing, it is long. If the breath is short, please be aware the breath that I'm experiencing right now, it is short. If the breath is gross or if the breath is soft, please keep noticing and just be aware about it as it is. And then don't go with the breath all the way in. Stop your observation at the end of your nostrils, right? So that's not a place that you can see. So you have to observe and recognize that particular place. So that's a place where the breath goes in and touch before the breath begins its journey towards your stomach, right? So just observe the breath up to that point, right? Up to the end of your nostrils. So give your entire attention and leave all kinds of outside worries. So all kinds of so turbulences that are happening inside your life, all those things behind. So just be present at this moment, giving your entire attention. So whenever the mind wanders away, bring it back and restart again, right? Restart again without any worry, right? Without feeling disappointed or being frustrated, right? This is the nature of the mind. So the nature of the mind means this is the way how you have trained your mind to wander from one particular objective to another one, right? But here you are here to break that pattern and to develop concentration and to develop inner calmness, inner peace, and inner happiness within, right? So give you everything and keep on practicing, leaving behind all kinds of past worries and future fears and the things which are happening around you in the outside world, right? So whenever you come inside the temple from the gate, right? So leave behind all those things. So beyond the gate, right? So so it is just like bringing two kinds of packs, right? Two kinds of sacks. One sack is the past, the other sack is the future. So leave those both those sacks behind, and then mindfully enter from the gate, right? And then when you are practicing, give you everything and keep practicing, right? Okay. Then that's for the new students. And then for the old students, I want to remind your meditation practice again. So please observe the sensations. So on your neck area and on your both hands, right? So now I first please practice. Sometimes I remind you. Sometimes I don't get the time to remind you. But always keep in mind to practice breathing meditation for about 5 minutes before you start practicing vipassana meditation. And after that, please start practicing vipassana meditation practice, right? So all students, please pay your attention to the sensations so that arise on your body. So now in the third step, so what you're observing the sensations on your neck and both hands, right? So start from the front portion of your neck and then observe the back portion of your neck and then right shoulder. Then after that, right upper arm, elbow, and right lower arm, wrist, then lower palm and upper palm and the fingers, right? Then after that, please do the same thing with your left hand. Start with your left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, left lower arm, wrist, lower palm, upper palm, and then so your left hand fingers. Whatever the sensations arise on all those areas, observe them accordingly and objectively, and understand whatever the sensations that they arise. Let it be coldness, let it be heat, so let it be let it be grossness, or let it be that means hardness, or let it be softness. So let it be itching sensation, pulsing sensation, or a throbbing sensation, or any sensation. So certain sensations have names. We can name them. Certain sensations we feel, but we cannot give a name. So let it be so. Just keep on being aware about those sensations as they actually are. And whenever you observe them, calmly remind yourself these sensations are impermanent, impermanent, and changing. Impermanent, impermanent, changing. With that understanding, please diligently practice. Diligently practice. Right? And then, so if you are so if you are feeling subtler sensations like in certain areas, so if you feel like some ants running, right? So so sometimes if your concentration is very good, right? Then at that time when you're observing certain areas of your body, so you might feel like certain areas where so you feel like ants are running, right? Then at that time don't think that there is any ant, there is no ant. So so you are about to feel the waves. So waves of your of your body. That means so 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 throughout this body, so there is a current which is running all the time, right? And so which is just like electricity. So that's what you are about to feel, right? Then at such times, so don't feel so scared. So don't feel that you achieved something. So just observe it as it is without any judgment, right? So then, so if you feel it in a bigger portion of your body, at such times what you need to do is to please sweep and pass, right? Sweep and pass, right? So it is so vipassana meditation is know what I mean. So what I'm describing. So if you have so sweep and pass means so when you feel similar sense. I mean when you feel when you encounter an area with a similar sensation, right? So huge area with a similar sensation. So you have to sweep it with the mind, right? So very mindfully, just sweep and pass that particular, right? Then so little by little, so keep moving forward, part by part, pitch by pitch. Okay. Then always let go of the picture that you see, right? So the real body of us, we cannot see that. Can you understand? So we cannot see the actual body of us. Right? What we see is the color of our body, right? So color elements of our body. So uh, so then just understand that I'm not going to describe it longer. Just understand we only see the color element of our body, right? Which were created by the atoms, right? So we cannot see the actual body with eyes. Therefore, so forget, so let go of the picture that you see and don't try to see any particular hand. So when you are practicing meditation, you cannot find it, right? So the hand that you see with the eyes, so you cannot see it. So when you are practicing, then ardently, so Please keep please so observe the sensations as they actually are, and don't so go with the picture. So don't try to see the picture so that you see so in the when you see with the naked eyes while you are practicing meditation, right? You can understand, right? Okay, very nice. Okay, then please keep practicing like that to give you everything, but very, very ardently, very, very diligently. So from moment to moment. And then uh, the other thing that you need to know is the most sure moment is this moment. We don't know about the future, next moment, and we cannot bring back the moment which is gone. So give you everything and so stay at this very moment, this present moment, here, right? At this moment. And so, uh, so staying at this moment, give your entire attention very, very diligently, with a very alert mind. Every day before we start the silent meditation, so I teach you something which you need to develop, which you need to adapt into your life as meditators. Right? Today too, I'm going to teach something with Buddha taught. So for us to adapt. So uh, so we all want to live a so beneficial life, right? For us and for others, right? There is a book in the pack that I gave you. If you want, it has a pen. If you want, you can write these things down. One day, one gangster came to see the Buddha, and that gangster asked the Buddha. That gangster told the Buddha, "Oh Buddha, so you know about the beneficial things for life, but what you don't, but there is something that you don't know. So you don't know what are the not beneficial things for our life." Then Buddha smiled and said, "Young man, not only I know the beneficial things for our life, I also know the things which are not beneficial for our lives, right? So there are mainly 6 factors which are not beneficial for our lives." Then Buddha began teaching. The first unbeneficial is that the way unbeneficial or not beneficial. Okay, not beneficial. First, not beneficial factor for our lives is so sleeping until the sun rises. Right? That means sleeping until it's too late. So that is the first thing. You know, uh, when you wake up early in the morning, it helps you. Most of the things that I remember that I memorized in the past, I memorized all those things between 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So in our region, it is called as the time of Brahma Muhurta. So then during that time, so the astrology says that it's a good time for the brain to remember. So we woke up so at 3, sometimes 3 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock, and memorize. But I don't know. I think all of you have busy schedules. Therefore, you won't be able to wake up at 4 or 3 or 4 or 5, because nowadays most of the people sleep late, right? Because we have electricity, and then we have various kinds of other things. Then at least without being too late, if you can wake up early, so that will be a beneficial thing for yourself, right? Then first unbeneficial thing that Buddha said is so sleeping until it's too late. That's number one. Uh, so Buddha mainly focused this young man, right? So sometimes, so the things that Buddha teach, so it depends on the person that comes to the Buddha. This is a gangster, right? So Buddha mainly focused on certain things, certain bad behaviors of the gangster too. Then second one is laziness, right? Laziness. That is the second fact, unbeneficial factor for a human being. Sleeping too late, and then after that, being laziness. That's number two. Then number three is so being violent, right? Violence, right? So violence is also so uh, so even for minor conflicts and situations, if you use violence, so that is an unbeneficial factor for anybody's life. So there are people who gets angry even for minor things, right? And then they physically do actions which are not nice, and then they verbally say words which are not nice, and then mentally they take a lot of pressure, which is not healthy for them, right? So therefore, so not being violent, so, so leaving violence is a beneficial factor. And if you're violent, then that's an unbeneficial factor. So then fourth thing is postponing the activities, right? Postponing the activities without doing them on time, right? Certain people think, oh, I can do it tomorrow, right? I can do it day after tomorrow. I can do it in the next week, next month, next year, like that. So even while having the ability to do it, right? There is no obstacle to do it so as soon as possible, right? So if you postpone things, then that's an unbeneficial habit that we have as human beings. So that's number four. Do you postpone things all the time? Then you have an unbeneficial factor in your life. Fifth one, right? So wandering here and there alone without any purpose. So there are certain people who wander here and there without any purpose, right? So just like is that the word loafer? Yes, just like a loafer. So if someone roams here and there without any purpose, right? So then that's also an unbeneficial factor for a human being. That's number five, right? Then number six is adultery or sexual misconduct. So sexual misconduct is also an unbeneficial factor for a human being. So these are the unbeneficial factors, so that we should not adapt into our lives, right? So avoiding them, so we have to do the opposite, the positive side of these six factors, right? Then by that way, you will have a beneficial life for yourself and for the others too. Got it? Okay. Then with that teaching, so so hope you adapt that one with the teaching. So I'm going to let you to have the silent meditation session. So now, please keep your back straight, neck straight, and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Right palm on your left palm. And after that, please let your whole body to relax. First, before we start the silent meditation, As usual, I'm going to pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, thinking about the qualities of them. After that, let's begin the meditation. Everyone, please calmly concentrate on this short chanting. Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho vinyacharane sampanno sungato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangnitiko akaliko ehi pasiko opanayiko machatang veditammo vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujumanipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami cipatipangno bhagavato savaka sangho Iyadidang cattari purisa yugani Ate purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous, patient, peaceful mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. As I requested, the new students are kindly requested to practice the first step of breathing meditation. And the old students, they are kindly requested to practice the third step of Vipassana meditation. Regardless of the technique that you are going to practice, I sincerely wish both kind of meditators that may your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Right now. Right now. Now, let's practice loving kindness meditation in rave. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation by sharing our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. The new students, if you want, you can, if your legs are paining, you can relax your legs. But when you're practicing loving kindness meditation, please keep your eyes closed. Eyes closed. First, let's share our loving kindness with yourself. Yourself. Calm down and concentrate. Please think. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Please think, me, my dear mother, me, my dear father, me, my dear teachers, relatives, and friends. Be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards all of them. All of them. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. They are the people who don't fall into the category of friends and also to the category of enemies. These are the people who are in the middle. Please think. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards neutral people. Neutral people. Now, please calmly spread your loving kindness towards your enemies, towards the people that you don't like, or towards the people even though you don't know that they don't like you. So those who don't like you, those who have hateful thoughts, angry thoughts towards you, spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. Please think. First, please ask forgiveness for the hurt, for the hurtful actions that you did to hurt them, and then forgive them for their hurtful actions too. Then please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Please think. May my enemies be well. May my enemies be happy. May my enemies be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards the enemies. The enemies. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Let them be human beings, let them be animals, let them be reptiles, fish, birds, or any other creature. Let them be visible beings or invisible beings. Now you focus on all the beings. May all beings in this universe be well. May all beings in this universe be happy. May all beings in this universe be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Bhavattu sabbe mangalam rakanto sabbe devata samme buddhanupamine samme dhammanupamine samme sanghanupamine Sada Sutti Bhavang Tutti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, please calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Now please join your palms together and say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a very good meditation time. If you could concentrate at least for a very tiny moment, that's also a big win. The biggest war doesn't happen outside. The biggest war happens within during the meditation, right? So if you could concentrate for a very short time, one fraction of, so a second, thousand, millisecond. So that's also a big win. Then, so keep on winning, keep on winning. And when you are so share loving kindness with the enemies, so that is the hardest one. So when you share loving kindness with the enemies, sometimes I have heard certain meditators saying, "Oh, I have no enemies in this world." So I'm glad that you don't consider anybody like that, but we don't. So there are people who are jealous at you, right? There are people who are angry at you. So they are angry at you, but they don't show it. And then, so then there are people who have grudges at you. We don't see that. So even though it is a very good thing that you don't have such kind of thing, then please include all them also. So in this category and share your loving kindness with all, right? So don't keep any grudge. So keeping grudge with you is just like keeping a burning charcoal on your hand. Until you keep it, you are the one who is going to suffer. Do you want to suffer like that? No. Let it go and share your loving kindness with them wholeheartedly. Okay. Now today we are going to discuss about another very important part, right speech. So get ready. If you want to drink water or if you want to go to the bathroom, please take 3-4 minutes. And after that, please be present inside the hall as soon as possible. Compensation. All right. It goes to Mr. Howard, not to. I think it did. But the response. All right. Inside when you go to your racks and the cupboard, there is one cupboard. There is one cupboard which is at the right hand corner. Right, open that one, and inside that there are cups. Now, everyone, please calmly say 3 times, Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, after the session, after the silent meditation session, now we are going to learn about, we are going to continue our, so, our study about the insights which are related to this meditation practice. Nowadays, we are learning about Eight Noble Path. Yes, Mrs. Jen. And then we already discussed about two, right? We discussed the first one is Mr. Abhishek. Can you remember? Sorry. Were you here? Oh, right, you can. Then let me go to Mr. Mehti. Can you remember? Right. Mrs. Tu. Right understanding. Right understanding, yes. Then second one, as always, Mr. Kevin. Right concept. Yes, exactly, right concept. So, right, if I summarize, right understanding means, so, so you develop, so through your experiential, through your experience of meditation, and also by listening to the Dharma, you develop some kind of understanding. One is, first you have developed the hearsay understanding, so the theoretical understanding, and then after that you have to think about it deeper, and then you have developed an a philosophical understanding. So, and then third one, so through practice you develop the experiential wisdom, right? So experiential wisdom, so it's the most important one, and that's where everything changes, right? So what are things that we understand, right? So we learned, so we get to know about karma, and then so cause and effect phenomenon, and then after that so we understand about the impermanence, nature of impermanence, nature of suffering, that means dissatisfaction, so which is universal, so for which is common for all the beings, and then no soulness, so there is nothing so that you can call as eternal I, there is no any eternal soul, right? And then like that and then what is so the ability to understand what is right and what is true, right? So all those things are right understandings. So through your meditation practice you get this knowledge, you get this understanding, right? Whenever you develop that understanding, then the second thing arises, right concept. I told you that we are beings of concepts, and all those concepts we have developed thanks to our various kinds of understandings. So, because of those understandings, then you are going to develop the concept, right concepts, right? So, there are three kinds of right concepts. First one, Mr. Tim. Renouncing negativities. Very nice. That's number one. Transfer number two. No ill will. So, so no ill will. So whatever it happens, I won't get angry. Right. Third one is okay. Rani. So, Mrs. Arunima, well, you were not here last week. Okay. Right. Mr. Manish. Right. Okay.
Will
Then,
do no harm.
very nice, Mr. Huad. So whatever it happens, I won't harm anyone. Right. Then, so these are the three concepts that you develop with it. Whatever it happens, I will try to come out of my negativities. Whatever it happens, I won't get angry. Whatever it happens, I won't harm anyone. So when you develop these three concepts within, right, when they are deep rooted, then so there arises the third step. Third step is called as, please write it down, right speech. Right speech. Right speech is speech is very important because we have to communicate in the world. So someone someone has said, why we have 2 ears and one mouth? So to listen more and to talk less. When it is only essential, we have to talk. Buddha said, Purisassa hi jatassa kutari jayati mukhi. For the being which is, so for the human being which is born, so there is a, there is an X inside that person's mouth, right? So with that X, you can cut woods, and with an X, you can commit crimes, right? So tongue is just like an X. So we have to consider it like that. And then we have to understand that so communication is important, but we need to practice the right kind of communication. Because of those because of that right concept, then the meditator gets influence to practice right speech. That meditator gives up 4 kinds of wrong speeches. First, let's know what are the 4 kinds of wrong speeches. Number 1, Musavada in Pali language. Those this language, Pali, Buddhist language. So, so in India at that time, nowadays we have Hindi. Whether you go to Maharashtra or Gujarat, Punjab or West Bengal or wherever you go, if you speak in Hindi, people understand. So just like that, during the Buddhist time, wherever you go and speak Pali, they could understand. Right? So that's why Buddha taught everything in Pali. Right? It doesn't mean Buddha didn't adapt the other languages occasionally. So there are certain suttas. So I'm not going in linguistic too much, but there are certain suttas where Buddha adapted according to, for example, in Satsang Sutta, there are certain grammatical changes. So that's because the Buddha taught it in West Bengal, and their language was a little bit slightly different. So like that, somehow, so we need to know. So language is very important. Words are very important for communication, but we need to use it in the correct manner. And the first wrong kind of wrong use of words is lying, telling lies. So what is a lie? How do you define a lie? Kunal? All right. Meti? Right. Buddha defines it like this. So, so having heard something, so having seen something, if you say, I didn't see that. Having heard something, if you say, I didn't hear that. Having not seen something, if you say that I saw that. Having not so heard something, so if you say, I heard it. Having experienced something. But if you say, no, I didn't experience it. So having not experienced something, if you say, yes, I experienced that, that's a lie. Sorry? And so lying, so lying, the person who lies, so the biggest problem with lying so is not so telling some kind of a lie. So you the impact that you make whenever you lie, so what happens is, so you make it impossible for the other people to believe you, believe your even your truthful words. Can you understand? So if you somebody caught in lying, what happens is later on, even though you tell a truth, we think twice. We don't believe it at once. That's a huge crime that we do. So when it comes to lying, but somehow, so lying is the first wrong usage of words. That person, that meditator who develops in the practice, avoids that lie. What is the second wrong usage of words? So it is called as pisuna vacha, divisive words, separative words or divisive words. So let's say there are two people. There are two people who are friends. So with the intention of dividing them, whatever that person says, you bring it you take it to the other person and say it in a way that person feels angry, right? So towards the other person, and whatever the response that you hear, so you bring it back, and again you tell it to the first person. So with the intention of separating them. This is the second wrong usage of word, the divisive speech, right? And then third wrong usage of words, right? Parusa vacha. So, so that means vulgar words, saying vulgar words or harsh words. So, parusa vacha means, so certain people so say words which are not so considered as formal and right by the common people. And at the same time, this includes the words that people say to insult the other people. People say words, uh, people say words to insult the other people. Using these kinds of factors, right? Their nationality, right? Because of their nationality, sometimes you use words to insult them. That's also a harsh word, wrong. I mean, so it is also goes under the word under harsh words. And then because of that person's name, right? So if some person's name is weird, you turn it and then say it in a way to insult that person. And then certain people use their caste or the occupations that they engage in, or if not, so the education that they have, and then the sex, and then after that, so the disabilities that they have, or because of their tendencies. Certain people have certain tendencies, right? So, for an example, certain person can be somewhat greedy. Using that, if so, to insult that person, if you say harsh words. So then after that, so certain people, so they think about, they cling to the old wrong actions that certain people did, and whenever something happens, so we cling to that very past action and we apply it on we apply it, we bring it over and over again and scold at that person, right? So by these ways, people use this harsh speech. So vulgar words are also included in it. And fourth wrong usage of words is sampapalapa. Sampapalapa means meaningless words, meaningless speech, right? Meaningless speech means, so uh, the speech, the words which are not useful, which are uh, not worthy of memorizing, right? Which are not helping anyone. Right? So, for an example, gossips. We talk about gossips, right? So, about politicians, we gossip. About celebrities, we gossip. And sometimes about the neighbors also, we gossip, right? So, like that, we gossip. So that's so way of so meaningless. That's a kind of meaningless speech. It includes in meaningless speech, and then after that, so constant talk disregarding others' opinions, right? So if you so certain people they constantly talk without regarding the other people's opinion, right? So and then after that, so certain people have bizarre ideas, so they talk about those things hours and hours, right? It doesn't mean for celebrate about celebrities or anybody else. So if you talk little bit, so uh, so uh, informatively, that's fine. But talking about them hours and hours and hours, so that falls under meaningless speech. Okay. Then all of you know human time is very precious. When human time goes, it goes. The person who so practices meaningless speech not only destroy one's own precious human time, that person so destroys the other people's precious human time. Therefore, so, so meaningless speech is also a wrong way of using words. That practitioner, the good meditator, avoids these four kinds of wrong speeches. Then avoiding them, that person begins to practice four kinds of good speeches. Please write them down. First one is the truthful speech. If that person heard something, that person says, I heard it, yes. If that person didn't hear, that person says, no, I didn't hear that. If that person saw something, that person says, yes, I saw it. If that person didn't see something, that person says, no, I didn't see that. If that person experienced something, that person says, yes, I experienced it. So if that person didn't experience something, that person says, no, I didn't experience it. This is the truth practice of truthful speech. And then after that, even the Buddha has had a name, Yathavadi Tathakari. Whatever Buddha said, Buddha did it. Whatever Buddha did, he said it as exactly as it is. Right. So that's a very great quality which was practiced by all the great people. Right? So please practice truthful words. Then you don't have to remember anything, right? You don't have to remember anything. If you tell lies, you have to remember. If you didn't tell lies, you don't have to remember, right? So, and you don't have to worry whether I will get caught or not. No, you don't have to worry. Then, second one, unifying words. This is also very good usage of words. Unifying speech. Samagga karani samagga nandi vacha bhasita ho. Buddha says. So people should say, the good practitioner, so should say words which unify the other people, which people get motivated to live with unity. Such kind of words should be used by the good practitioner, right? Then, you know, so even during the Buddhist time, Buddha stopped certain wars. One more is, so one more is the war between Sakya clan and the Kolya clan. Buddha went, and then Buddha asked, "What do you think? So what do you all think? Is the water the most precious thing, or the human life?" Then all of them said, "Human life is the most precious, not the water." Then Why do you fight over something which is less valuable, so than preserving the valuable ones, right? So like that, so we have to use unifying words, or the words which can, which can people get motivated in living with unity, right? But unfortunately, most of the people, they use the opposite. That's how the world is. Right, then third one, nice words. Nice words means, Buddha describes it like this. Nela, soft. Kannasuka, so which gives comfort to the ears. Kannasuka. Then Pemaniya, loving. Right? Hadiyangama, which catches the heart. Right? So Pori, the words which are considered as formal. Right? So there are words which are considered as formal by the general people, right? Then Bahujanakanta. Bahujanakanta means, so which pleases many, right? And Bahujana Manapa, which many people like. So it doesn't mean that whenever there are situations that you need to advise thoroughly, so you don't need to use the harsh speech. No. So, but so whenever it is possible, so you need to use these kinds of words, right? So this is the way how you use nice words, right? So when the other people hear the nice words, their minds calm down, right? So their wounds at heart, they get healed, right? And they feel peace, right? Then the good practitioner begins to practice nice speech. This is the third good speech that person begins to practice. And then fourth one, meaningful speech. Meaningful speech. Meaningful speech means the words which are useful, which are worthy to keep in mind, right? Which brings benefits for that person, so in this life and many lives to come. So such kind of words are called as meaningful words. So we need to practice. As a good practitioner, we need to determine to practice such kind of meaningful words. And then finally, before I conclude, I want to teach you about the 5 things that you need to remember, even before you say a truth, right? So before saying any word, even a truth, so you have to consider these 5 things. Number 1, so is this the right time to say this? Sorry. Is this the right time to say this, or the wrong time to say this? That's the first measurement that you need to use. Is this the right time to say this, or wrong time to say this? So sometimes even the truth, even though there is a truth, there are wrong times to say that. Right? Let's say Mrs. Han, right? Han. Mrs. Han is angry. I have a truth which can intimidate. I say it. What will happen? So she will, even though she doesn't have anger, the anger which is not there, it will, that anger will arise. And the fury that, the anger which is there, so it will get multiplied and turn into a fury, right? So we have to consider that. Second measurement, whether this is 100% no true, 100% true, or not 100% true. Sometimes we hear certain things from your friends or relatives or somebody trustworthy, but still that's not your first-hand experience. So therefore, you have to think twice whether this is 100% true or not 100% true. Third one, whether this is beneficial or not beneficial. So whether, even though this is truth, you have to think whether this is a beneficial thing to say or not beneficial thing to say. Right? So that's number 3. Beneficial or not beneficial. Fourth one, the tone that you need to use. Should I say it in a soft tone or a rough tone? So at least for 3 times, please use the soft tone. And on the 4th time, if that person is so if you really care about that person, or if you have a responsibility on that person, please use the rough tone. Then after that, so let it go. Got it? So whether you should use the soft tone or the rough tone. Then 5th one, final one. Am I saying it with loving kindness or hatred? So whenever you, even the truth, you can say with hatred, right? So you know some kind of a secret about someone, when you get angry at that person, so if there is someone that you need to complain, you go and say it. But you do it with hatred. That's not right. So later on, so you will feel guilty conscience, and then it will stay throughout your life, and it can intimidate your practice too. Therefore, a good practitioner should avoid such, should think about the 5th factor too. Am I saying it with loving kindness or hatred? Right. Then Buddha says, to conclude, Sahasampi che vacha anatta pada sanghita. Ekang atta padang seyo yang sutva upasammati. Even though you say thousands of hollow words, one word which is meaningful and which is beneficial and which is wholesome, is greater than all those thousands of hollow, unbeneficial, wrong words. Okay? Keep that in mind and please practice right speech. Right speech. Okay. Now we are going to conclude. Everyone, please think. Together, all of us gathered here and practice this noble non-sectarian pure meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy by the power of all that positive energy. May all your troubles be away. May all the good things happen in your lives. May you be able to practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure Dhamma path very ardently. Practicing this noble Dhamma path, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Join your palms together and please concentrate. Abhivadana silisse nichang vadda pachaino Jataro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbane sampatti iminate samijjetu. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Please take rest and see you again on next Friday with smiles. Take care. Good night. Take rest. Right. Good night, Mr. Huad. Good
Good
night,
night,
Mrs.
Bante.
Rita.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Thank you
teacher.
so
Have a good
much.
night.
Cute. Good night, Mrs. Nalini.
Good night, Bante.
Good night. Good night, Rahul and
Good night.
Pragati.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Good night. Good night, Mr. Adil and Mrs. Shenas.
Good night, Bante.
Good night, Bante.
You the good happened. Then good night, Samuel. So good night, the Zoom user. Um, so right. Okay, thank you. So
Of course, Bante.
yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Howard. Take care and see you in the next week.